Hello everyone, welcome to SHRAVANA Nakshatra, found completely in Sidereal Capricorn, the 22nd in my Nakshatra series. Let's find out the secrets of this Nakshatra and also understand how the Vedic Nakshatras influence our destiny. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. The video is helpful. Give it a thumbs up and share it around. Let's go. First of all, everyone, what exactly are the Nakshatras? Why are they so important in astrology, and when and where do we use them? Put simply, the Nakshatras are the night sky, or the stars in the night sky, the constellations we see in our galaxy. They're actually linking us to the higher lokas and bringing our karmas down in a mystical way through the Nakshatra into the Rasi, into our life. Parashara has written, God has decorated the heavens with constellations like pearls on a dark steed. The light of the sun hides them in the day, and all knowledge of them is divined in the darkness of the night. The word nakshatra actually means protecting the night from destruction. What is being protected from destruction? Our minds, because these nakshatras are moon ruled, because the moon is the lord of the night sky, and only in the night sky do we see these constellations. In the same way, sun is the lord of the daytime, lord of the day, and he rules the sun signs, of course, the rasis or zodiac signs. And both the moon and the sun are working together in this way. Nakshatra and Rasi, zodiac signs, working together, we have real astrology. Don't forget, the stars are the basis of astrology. The Rasis or zodiac signs come from the Nakshatras, not the other way around. In fact, they can never be separated. Nakshatra must always fit in with the Rasi exactly. With the sidereal zodiac, this is always happening. If they are in any way separated, true prediction, true astrology is not possible. Let me illustrate this for you. Here's an illustration, everybody. Kara Pandit Sanjay Rath of the 27 Nakshatra scheme. It shows us perfectly how they map mathematically together with the Rasis. On the outside are the 27 Nakshatras, and every pada mathematically and perfectly linked with the sidereal zodiac on the inside. And more importantly, there are actually 3 portions to the nakshatra scheme. Can you see 3 equal divisions that are occurring at each Gandanta break? Gandanta is where water sign meets fire sign. Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries in the sidereal zodiac. And these Gandanta dangerous crossings, danger points, switch points, affect all of our karmas. And this break, this threefold division of this nakshatra mandala is very important because it is relevant to our lives. First is the early childhood and adulthood portion of our lives. Second section is our middle adulthood. And third, late or old age. And you map these in your own chart, starting with your birth nakshatra, the moon nakshatra. More than that, you can even make exact predictions of every single nakshatra and meaning in your life from your Janma Nakshatra. So many predictions can be made. I will definitely make some future videos bringing these up for you. Right now, let's start with the basics. Let's understand the 27 nakshatras in this series, and most importantly, the ones that you should be looking out for in your birth chart. So which nakshatras matter in your chart? Well, I've just shown you every single nakshatra, whether a planet is there or not, can be used to make predictions. But definitely, wherever there are grahas, including Rahu Ketu, those nakshatras are important for you. But still, let's cut it down to the bare basics, everybody. I would say there are 4 important positions in regard to nakshatra that you definitely need to study and to understand. First and foremost is the moon or Janma. Janma means birth nakshatra. This is most important. Now, the moon is the mother, and the moon Janma Nakshatra actually relates us genetically to our mother's biological line. Some of that psychological and biological karma coming down is actually shown in this nakshatra. And secondly, moon is society. So moon Janma Nakshatra shows us how we get on with other people, how we move in society. So much of our outer experiences in life can be seen from this Janma Nakshatra. And many fundamental personality traits can be seen from the moon Janma Nakshatra, definitely. Not from the Lagna so much, not from ascendant, ruler, ascendant, all of that. No, it's the moon, it's the mind, it's the Janma Nakshatra. Don't forget, personality changes all the time. As you get older, you'll see it clearly. Personality develops through life, changes just like the moon. So study your Lagna or Ascendant Nakshatra. This will show you how you integrate yourself with society as a physical body. What do you look like? How do you dress yourself? How do you present yourself to other people as a physical being? And how intelligent are you? Or more importantly, actually, what do you do with your intelligence? How do you make decisions? And very important, do not delegate understanding of the sun, of Surya or Ravi Nakshatra. This is so important. How do you maintain vitality? So much to do with health, actually. Lagna and Nakshatra, some way to do with health, but sun, very much so. And how do you maintain dharmic action, righteous action, and spiritual development also linked with the sun nakshatra? And definitely understand your Atmakarika Nakshatra. This is so important. Atmakarika means the highest degree planet in your chart. This contains a whole heap of karma that will bring very difficult circumstances into your life. Lord of this Nakshatra, Lord of this Atmakarika Nakshatra will help you actually to deal with these karmas. Important to understand, most definitely. By the way, if you're not sure what is your highest degree planet, check at the bottom of my description box. There's a website there where you can bring up your birth chart with the Atmakarika listed, and indeed all of the nakshatras in your chart. SHRAVANA Nakshatra, the Lord is the moon, the symbol is the ear, but there are other symbols we will discuss, and the deity is Vishnu, the preserver, God himself. The color is a pale blue. The purpose is Artha, or material creation of wealth and sustenance. The direction is north, and the body part, the genitals. Lord Vishnu himself is the deity. Vishnu is the sustainer, the maintainer of this whole material creation. Therefore, SHRAVANA Nakshatra people have the ability to gain wealth, sustenance, security, and Lord Vishnu is a protecting force for them, protecting them, guiding them, helping them, and his mantras are very special to SHRAVANA Nakshatra people. But he is the sustainer of all living entities, and this gives SHRAVANA people a humanity, a caring and charitable nature, actually. And the form of Lord Vishnu associated with SHRAVANA Nakshatra is Lord Vamana. Lord Vamana was a dwarf Brahmin, inconspicuous little boy, so small and so tiny, who asked of the evil king Bali for 3 steps of his land. But with those 3 steps, as he was Lord Vishnu, he expanded himself into his universal form. And in this huge, ginormous form, his 3 steps encompassed the whole of creation. Heavenly planets included everything, and his final step was on the head of the evil king Bali, banishing him to the netherworlds. So there's a special message here for SHRAVANA people. 1, don't become too egotistical. 2, there can be issues with land and property concerns. Thirdly, 3 steps. You often have to do things in 3 separate steps to gain success. We will discuss this mystical factor of the number 3 later in the video. And the symbol of the ear is central to understanding SHRAVANA. What does the ear do? It's listening, it's taking in information, but it is not speaking. So Shravana is about listening, hearing, taking in vital information, which will become crucial to important steps in their destiny. They are good listeners. People come to them, pour out all of their stories to them. They are excellent at supporting other people, hearing other people, truly listening. And it's about gathering up information as well. But do they act on the information? Are they truly receptive to advice? When there is malefic affliction to Shravana, they may miss important advice. Be careful. But the moon, you see, is the planetary lord. Even though this is in Saturn sign, moon and Saturn are a difficult combination, but still, deep down, these people are very caring, motherly, kind, and charitable. And this is about being a kind, caring, nurturing person. It isn't about being male, female, this motherliness. But here's the thing. When Shravana connects in a female chart to those significations of childbirth, 5th house, 9th house particularly, then there can be delay having children, difficulty connection to conception, this sort of thing. And yet they are a little bit withdrawn sometimes as well, waxing, waning with their mood. They can be moody people sometimes as well. Thing is though, they love to travel, move around, because moon is about traveling itself. But still, this nakshatra takes place in Capricorn, Makra, the mystical sea creature, half on the land and half in the sea. And Makra is the swampy ground, connected to the cremation ground and the graveyard. We'll get there in a minute as well. This sign is about taking things slow. Things come late in life. So this Shravana Nakshatra is definitely, especially connected to late development. Lack of confidence early in life, huge confidence later in life can be very often seen. Or there is late success, late children, late marriage. Very often things are delayed because of this moon-Saturn connection. They are very thoughtful people. They are moralistic. They have definite morals, rules of behavior. They are socially conservative with a small c, that's it. They like to do things connected to traditional ways and definitely extremely hardworking. And Capricorn is connected to graveyard. During the day especially, it's a peaceful place. You see, graveyards are not full of noise, and generally people tend to be quiet when they go there. This is the thing. Shravana is connected to silence. This is a deep factor. Silence and searching for the path. These are the basic factors of Shravana Nakshatra. And who will help them, guide them to make the right decision? Lord Hanuman himself. Because once again, the totem is monkey, but Lord Hanuman is the divine form, the divine devotee of God, Lord Vishnu in the form of Ramachandra. Hanuman is also celibate, and here's another thing. Celibacy is connected to this nakshatra. We shall speak later. But if you are lacking guidance, path in life, and this can happen very often with Shravana people, Lord Hanuman will certainly guide you. And certainly silent meditation is helpful for them, because in silence they will get guidance. But also the sacred sound Om is very special for this nakshatra. Why? Because Om actually has 3 syllables when you break it down. And 3 is the definite path, definite karmic factor for Shravana. And back to the silence, it always comes back to the quietude and the silence and the keeping of secrets. These people can keep secrets. If you tell them a secret, they can keep it. They are just a closed door. They keep actually many secrets throughout life, are very private individuals in some ways. Fact, you can definitely say that silence is golden for Shravana Nakshatra people. It's golden for them. Silence, quietude, less gossiping, wasting of energy. They become very powerful. The big thing about Shravana Nakshatra, though, is finding the right path. Which path do they take in life? Sometimes they can literally be going round in circles and become confused about true direction in life. But this is where the ears come in, listening to advice, listening to guidance is central for their destiny. If they get conflicting advice, what should they do? I've just spoken about it. Meditation is so helpful for them. Meditating on sacred sound Om and praying to Lord Hanuman if they can. He will certainly advise. And these people are open to receiving wisdom. Once again, ears coming in, okay? They want to hear truth. Religion, deep, philosophical, traditional systems of belief attract them so strongly. In fact, these people connect to the wisdom of the past, not current wisdom, definitely. They are very much connected to history, research. Very often, academically, they can study history as well. They want to learn the lessons of history. So this is an essential thing for them. They are very studious, very good students and researchers. Whatever work they do, they will do it methodically. Very hard workers, scholars, teachers, traditional, university lecturers, classical studies, journalists as well, storytellers, even media broadcasters do very well with a strong Shravana Nakshatra. In fact, these people can keep a stock of information in their house. It can be cluttered with books, information, maybe not so much now because of computers, but you get the idea. And they like to write things down or take notes about things on their phone or whatever these days. More notes, more information. They like to keep things organized. They don't want to forget things. That's the thing. And strong Graha's connection to Shravana, they will grow in material success. This is an author direction. This is about growing in wealth, growing in stature. Just like Lord Vamana, they can start out very small in life, a little bit lacking in confidence early in life, but they grow in stature, grow in confidence. Very often they can have late success, late marriage, late everything actually, Shravana Nakshatra people. They need to watch their health though. They can get stressed easily and they can have issues with bones, issues with feet, legs, calves, all of these areas. Sometimes Shravana people can have a very strange gait, like a swaying walk sometimes, or even they can develop a limp sometimes as well. This is a possibility. Knees are a definite weak point. Now the number 3, don't become confused. This is not numerology. It's something different. Just like Lord Vamana took 3 steps, these people often do things in 3 steps. They go 3 steps up to the promotion or they go 3 steps down to the demotion. It can happen either way. Things keep on happening in 3 steps. They don't do things quickly. They take their time. 3 times they may have to try, then they get success, okay? 3 times they may have to ask someone to marry them. I don't know. It could happen in any way. I'm not saying that's a definite, okay? 3 times they have to do things very often before things mature, before things are completed. Check this out. And again, connected to Lord Vamana, and of course Capricorn is an earth sign, is landed interest and property. This nakshatra, if there is affliction to it, can give difficulties with inheritance or some issues, obstacles, blocks around inheritance. Or there can be disputes about landed interest. It might not be a big thing. It might not be property. It could be the garden fence or some small factor in an apartment building. But there's something about property, landed interest that can cause conflict. Once again, patience will sort it out in the end. And Shravana is also linked to celibacy. Celibacy is necessary to get self-containment, contemplation, but also they may have to be patient in finding true love, true connection in their life. In fact, when this nakshatra is connected to the marriage significators in a chart somehow, they can often have late marriage. Not always, but it is a distinct possibility. And in relationships, though, they are definitely loyal, trustworthy, devoted. When they find the right partner, they will give everything to maintain stability because they definitely aim for family life, security. Moon Saturn gives this implication. But there are some issues in intimate partnerships come up. For example, they can be a little bit withdrawn, moody, hard to understand, and their partner spouse might be troubled by this sometimes. But here's the other thing, are they really listening to their spouse? They are the ears. Don't forget, Shravana is about listening, hearing. They may hear many important messages in life, but do they truly hear their partner? Sometimes they can be nodding, but not really listening. And this can cause tension in a relationship, definitely. The other factor is they are very stubborn, hard to move. So a little bit more meeting spouse halfway will get rid of many complications in Shravana Nakshatra relationships. If the ascendant is in Shravana, these people seek for control, self-control, but also control of other people sometimes, subtly. They like to keep everything self-contained. In relationships, they can be a little bit withdrawn sometimes, or again, a little bit controlling. But if the moon is strong in the chart, they will find a sensitive, caring, and helpful spouse very often. Now, the ascendant is about direction in life, and Shravana is about finding the path, as I discussed on the video. So they may go around in circles if they have afflicted Shani or afflictions of malefics to this Shravana ascendant. But in the end, they will find the path. They will grow in confidence until at the end of life, they are completely different to how they began. They will grow in stature, confidence, and success. It's a success promise, generally, Shravana, but it takes some time. Patience is needed. When the moon is in Shravana, this is the intensity of emotional feelings, but sometimes emotions get entangled. If this moon is afflicted, these people are tremendously sensitive. The thing is, other people won't see it so much. They can become a little bit withdrawn, a little bit of loners sometimes, not always, but you see, they need that time alone. They need to contemplate, have that privacy. It's essential for their emotional well-being. But the moon is the mind, and nourishment of the mind for these people is knowledge. It isn't so much food, but knowledge, which gives them a feeling of being content, being satisfied. So they may be academics, study history, as I've said, but they may seek out all knowledge of scripture, philosophy, tradition, some ancient wisdom. They are forever seeking it out, taking notes, writing it down, learning, and this is very, very helpful for them. But their moods will be various. Sometimes they are sociable, gregarious, and sometimes they are shut off. That's the thing. So this can cause difficulties in relationships, but a very sensitive spouse will see the deep value of their loyalty. That's the thing. The sun is extremely strong in Shravana. True Sun, Saturn have a difficult relationship. So there can be issues with the father. Definitely father issues, conflicts may be there when the sun is in Shravana Nakshatra. Late success often comes again with maturity. Early in life, they can lack a little bit of confidence, have setbacks in their ambitions, in their relationships as well. But later in life, particularly after 36, when Saturn matures, success definitely comes. They can get a big change in social status as well, because Sun has a lot to do with that. So wealth, success, social status, rise in life, 3 steps, and learning from good advice, they will be very successful. Now, when the Atmakarika planet, the highest degree planet, whatever he should be, is here, then you are going to take steps and feel like every step you are going 3 forward, 2 back, because it's about slow success, paying back a debt. Atmakarika is about past karmic debts, which we have to pay back. And sometimes SHRAVANA Nakshatra Atmakarika pays back those debts by teaching others, instructing others, helping others, gaining wisdom, which you give out to others in some form or another. Check it out very, very carefully. But also, of course, check out meaning of that Atmakarika planet itself. Video is on my channel. So Atmakarika and SHRAVANA, keep on going. Don't get stuck in the mud of those mistakes. And you know, this is true for every SHRAVANA placement in a chart. Whatever is there, people who are strong SHRAVANA Nakshatra people have to not get stuck in the past, in their mistakes, in those wrong turnings. Keep on going, the way opens. Listen to the advice. Keep your ears open and you will find the path, most certainly. Hope the video was instructive to you. Look forward to your comments. Don't forget to sub below if you're new. Goodbye for now and God bless everyone.